we are going to learn is the mirror mosaic art. Now, what do you understand by the word mirror mosaic art? Mirror mosaic art means that we are not going to use any sort of paper here. What we are going to use is a mirror for decorating our pieces and then giving it a layer. Firstly, whatever our base is, whatever base we have, like considering this is my base, okay? This is my base for today's class. That is the MDF board. Okay, so firstly, I'm going to give it a design using the mirrors. छोटे mirrors, we have small mirrors here. Using those mirrors cutouts, what is available, we are going to give it a design using that, and then we are going to give it a layer using, it might be a wall putty, it might be a pop, that is the plaster of Paris. The plaster of Paris, short form is pop, P-O-P, we call that. We might use a wall putty, we might use a pop we can use for this particular art form. And what we require is the acrylic paints. We require mirrors for that. We require these. Can we use grouting paste or texture paste? Yes, you can use the grouting paste also. Okay, you can use the grouting paste also for that. Okay, completely fine for that. So there are putty, then you have the white cement powder. You can use these three things for your texture, for giving the texture to your work. Clear to everyone? सभी को clear है ये part? Next, we require the acrylic paints, mirrors, and we today we are going to use, as we have this mirror mosaic art form class, we are going to use this palette knife. This is a palette knife which comes here. Like you can see, the different sizes of it is available here. There are 5 in numbers. Okay, this is 5 in number here, as you all can see here. So we are going to use a little bit bigger size, so that not too big, but enough for it. So we are going to use this one for our today's class. आज के class के लिए हम ये वाला use करने वाले हैं, because we are using a coaster. So for coaster, this will be enough for me to spread the texture here. Okay. Pooja, Sachdeva, what do you want to get an idea, like what you want to buy, Pooja? Mirror, it's easily available in the craft stores. Craft stores में easily available होता mirrors. Acrylic paints, it's easily available in the stationery shop. And what else you want to know about? Is it about the pop that you're talking about? These 5 tools. These 5 tools are where do you live, Pooja? Where do you live? Delhi. In Delhi, it's easily available in the local stores. Like in the stationery shop, you will get it. Stationery shop में आपको मिल जाएगा. If it's not available, then you can opt from buying it from Amazon or Flipkart also. These are known as the palette knife. These are known as the palette knife. I've written down in the chat box so that it's easier for everyone. So can you list down the materials finally, ma'am? Okay. I'm going to list it. Just a minute. Pop, that is the plaster of Paris. Okay. Next, you have acrylic paints, MDF board. Okay. Pop, acrylic paints, MDF board, and some water will be needed for that, and a damp cloth. Clear to everyone? And Fevicol, sorry, I forgot, because we need to stick the mirrors. Is it clear to everyone? Paste क्या लगा? Past क्या लगा होता है? I didn't got you, Smita. Yes, MDF board, acrylic paint, damp cloth, water, Fevicol, and knife. That is this knife. Guys, if you don't have a palette knife, like if you don't have this palette knife, even you can use your like cards. You must have a card, na? Game card or some ATM card which is not of use. Okay, you can use that also. Some kind of a card, you can use it to spread your thing, spread your paste. Clear? Is this part clear to everyone? सभी को समझ में आ गया यहाँ तक? A quick yes. Okay, clear. Now what what we are going to do is we are going to make a paste here. Just a minute. Let me switch it towards my workplace. Is the workplace visible to all, guys? Before making the paste, I'm going to do the construction part, which I'm going to teach here. So this is a circular thing. Is it visible to all? A quick yes. Okay, great. So now what we need to do is, this is our circular MDF board here, as you all can see. Now, the easiest way to find out the center point is just cut the same size of the paper as that of the MDF board. Okay, as that of a MDF board, just cut out the same size of the board here. Okay. I guess it's completely visible. Okay, so you have to cut out the same size of the MDF, the paper here, whatever the size of your board is. Okay, next what you need to do is just give it a single fold here and one more fold here. Okay, this part, as you can see here, this is my, and cut it from this portion. Okay, cut it from this portion, and what you guys are going to get it, you will get a center point here. This will be your center point. This is my center point here. Okay, now you can see there is a marking done here. When you will cut it, you will get a marking here, like this. Just mark all the markings. Using the pencil, just mark it here. Okay. Those who are not able to see, please check your network connection. Okay, so this is the center point here, and you can see I've marked all the markings here. Now I'm going to make the horizontal lines, vertical lines, and the diagonal lines here. Like this, you need to make the markings here. Is this part clear to everyone? How you cut this paper? Okay, I have a question related to that. See, you need to cut the same size of a sheet. Like if this is my sheet here, okay, this is my bigger paper which is already cut here. If this, you need to make a fold here, a single fold you need to make, and a double fold here. Okay, this fold has been made, and here, from this portion, you need to give it a small cut using the scissor. Just a minute if you want to see, just a minute. Okay, so what you need to do, this is a bigger paper, guys. Just have a look at it still. You need to cut it from here. This portion you need to cut it. And you will see when I open, I've got a center point here. Is it now clear? Niranjani, is it clear to you now? Okay. And for the side portion, that is for the horizontal and the vertical line, what you need to do is, this is a paper. From here also, what you're going to do is, you need to give it a small cut from here and from here. From this portion, I've given it, and you can see I've got the horizontal lines here, horizontal and the vertical lines here, like this. And then just keep it on the board, and then that is done. Clear? And when you give it a one more fold, and then you will get a diagonal also. When you give it a one more fold also, जब एक और fold करेंगे, तब यहाँ से एक और cut करेंगे, and then you will get a diagonal also through that. Okay, So this is my board here. Now next what I'm going to do here is, अब next हम यहाँ पे क्या करने वाले हैं? I'm going to take my compass here. यहाँ compass लेंगे. Just keep it in the center point here like this. Okay. Just keep it in the center point here like this. Center point में आप रखोगे यहाँ पे. And then you can see my center point is correct. ऐसे extend करके आप देख लीजिए आपका center point exactly correct है. अब थोड़ा सा इसका size reduce करेंगे and I'm going to make a circle here. यहाँ पे एक circle बनाएंगे. Reducing a little bit more और थोड़ा सा reduce करेंगे. Okay. Reducing a bit more और reduce करेंगे इसका size को थोड़ा सा. And then we'll make another one. Need not measure here. Measure करने की जरूरत नहीं है mirror placement के लिए. If you have not decided which mirror to stick, it's completely dependent कि आप थोड़े intervals में you can make a circle here. You can make the concentric circle here, leaving some spaces here, and then accordingly you can stick the mirrors here. आप यहाँ पे mirrors stick कर. Okay, is it clear to everyone? Construction part सभी को clear है यहाँ पे? Great. Now what we are going to do here is I have mirrors. यहाँ पे मेरे पास mirrors है, आप देख सकते हो. We have mirrors of different shapes here. यहाँ पे mirrors है अलग-अलग shapes के. I have circle round mirrors here. I have rectangle mirrors here. Diamond shape. This is the diamond shape mirrors. Then you can see a little bit bigger size mirrors. Triangle shaped mirrors, square mirrors, then you have diamond shape again, and you have the teardrops mirrors, you can see. So these are the types of different mirrors which you get. There are many more also which you get here. Now what I'm going to do here is we are going to start with pasting the mirrors. अब mirrors start करेंगे paste करना. ठीक है? कोई doubts यहाँ तक? You can just leave the doubts in the chat box, guys. Just take your Fevicol. You can take your Fevicol MR, or even you can take your fabric glue here. Fabric glue भी ले सकते हो यहाँ पे. Completely depends. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste the mirrors here. यहाँ पे mirrors का pasting करना start करेंगे. Is there anyone who's making along with me? कोई ऐसा है जो मेरे साथ बना रहा है? So from here I'm going to start up. Okay. So firstly I'm going to stick a bigger size mirror here. यहाँ पे बड़ा size का mirror यहाँ stick करेंगे. Okay. Sticking a bigger size mirror here. Now next, on the lines which you can see, the construction lines which I've created, I am going to place the Fevicol there. The fabric glue there. Not much. थोड़ा करेंगे. And then we are going to apply the glue here, and then we are going to stick up with the mirrors. ठीक है?
She used.
You can use Fevicol MR also. You can use fabric glue also. Right now I'm using fabric glue. आप कोई भी mirrors like you can use any of them.
Fabric glue ना, मतलब कपड़े को चिपकाने वाली glue होती है ये.
Now I'm
Fevicol नहीं है ये.
sticking these mirrors here. यहाँ पे मैं mirrors stick कर लूँ.
ये क्लास डेकोरेशन के लिए है क्या?
You can even use the
तो घर के लिए
pluckers here which you get. Small pluckers आते हैं वो भी आप use करके you can stick your mirrors here. Like this. Just placing it. Why we have drawn the construction lines? कोई मुझे बता सकता है construction lines हम लोग क्यों बनाए हैं यहाँ पे? Anyone out here who can just let me know what is the reason behind doing so? So, so you can align mirror properly. Exactly. Yes, this is the correct answer, to align the mirrors properly. So it is aligned and it doesn't go unsymmetrical. Here you can see how we are forming a pattern here. You can see that using the mirrors shapes, we are able to form the pattern here. And it is something like flower shaped, right? Flower shape का pattern बन रहा है हम लोग का यहाँ. ठीक है? Clear? यहाँ तक clear है सभी को? Next, what we are going to do here is we are going to take the next mirrors, that is
round ones.
we have small sizes of mirrors also. We are going to take out the small sizes of the mirrors
So
here.
you can arrange mirror
Okay,
properly.
and just use the fabric glue. Leaving this portion, I'm going to leave this part, and in the next one I'm going to place the fabric glue here. एक साथ place कर देंगे so that it becomes easier, like this. Like this. So, how to decide the size of the mirror which to place? अब mirrors का size कौन सा हम लोग कैसे decide करेंगे which one to place? You can see if I'm placing this one. You can see if I'm placing this particular mirror and this particular mirror to be filled here. यहाँ पे छोटे छोटे mirrors place किए जा सकते हैं, but this will be too small for here. So here in between these two you can place the small mirrors. यहाँ पे छोटे छोटे mirrors place किए जा सकते हैं here, this portion. Okay. So just keeping the small mirror here, यहाँ पे छोटे छोटे mirrors को place करेंगे.
बेटा मत करना.
Just press it a little bit hard. अच्छे से उसे press कर दीजिए because we need to actually apply the texture on that. Texture apply करना है उसके बाद. Like this. Okay. Now sticking the mirrors here. सबसे पहले हम लोग mirrors बीच में लगाएंगे in between these. On just top of the small mirror we are going to place the mirror. Like this. You can see I have placed the mirrors here. यहाँ पे all round I have placed the mirrors here. Now next what I'm going to do here is, next हम यहाँ पे क्या करने वाले हैं? You can see that I have diamond shaped also. यहाँ पे diamond shaped भी, if you want to place the diamond shaped like this. ऐसे करके यदि आपको diamond shape का पूरी में fill करना है, then you can go ahead with this like this. ऐसे करके आप fill कर सकते हैं यहाँ पे. Or if you want to place with any other mirrors, like if you want to give it a touch up of different mirror, you can give that also. But size should be same for all, like this. Okay, we can stick this mirror. So यहाँ पे हम लोग diamond shape का mirror stick करेंगे. just leaving one. Clear to everyone? किसी को कोई doubt है यहाँ पे mirror sticking में?
अरे अरे
This mirror is a little bit big. The thickness is more in this. You can see the thickness is more in this. So removing this particular mirror, I'll be sticking the other mirror here. Just see the thickness also so that your work doesn't look untidy kind of thing. Okay.
चाय बना लो.
Always try to use the tube Fevicol and all. It will be easier for you to work on.
पीछे बदबू आ रही है, ब्रश नहीं किया.
And need not worry about the much if you get too much Fevicol in your mirrors also. Need not worry about that because when we are going to apply the texture here, the paste here, it will be all hidden. It won't be visible actually. You need not give any sort of base colors, background colors here while you are making the mirror mosaic art. जब आप mirror mosaic art बनाएंगे आपको कोई भी यहाँ पे background colors देने की जरूरत नहीं है.
अब ये वहीं फेंक दो उसी थैली में. वहाँ पड़ी है, ये नीचे से भी उठा ले.
Some mirrors like are a bit damaged from somewhere or the other because we get in quantity, so it has to be like noticed. Okay. A bit so that your mirror will be sticked properly. Like this. So you can see I have sticked all the mirrors here. So आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे सारे mirrors यहाँ पे stick हो चुके हैं. Okay. Visible to everyone? The mirror is sticked. I've sticked all the mirrors here. We have completed the mirror work here. Okay. Next what we are going to do here is we are going to make a paste here. ठीक है, अब next हम लोग यहाँ पे paste बनाएंगे. I'm going to show you how to make a paste here. So keeping this aside, यहाँ पे ये मेरा जो है, now you can see I have a paste like the pop here. That is the plaster of Paris है यहाँ पे. Now what I'm going to do here is I have a spoon here. Take your spoon and like this is a small poster. So 1 teaspoon of pop is enough here. 1 teaspoon pop का काफी है यहाँ पे. So I am showing you also. यहाँ पे आपको देखना है. You can see 1 teaspoon of pop. I am taking the 1 teaspoon of pop here. ठीक है. and shady, the size of this MDF is like 10 centimeter. Okay, I'm taking 1 teaspoon of, this is my empty bowl container here. So I'm taking 1 teaspoon of pop here. Okay, this much. Okay, now what I'm going to do here is, you need to keep your, like it might be a wall putty or the cement or the pop, you need to keep it very nicely, like you need to tighten it up very nicely, otherwise it becomes dried up. Okay, now next what I need to do here is, this is a water here. Okay, I'm taking the water according to the paste. I'm just showing you here. Just a minute, I'm going to show you. Just have a look at the paste. Okay, so I've not added any water here. I'm going to take the water according to the consistency here. The paint, the texture should not be thin. It should be thick, like the creamy kind of a thing. It should not be thin. Thin नहीं होना चाहिए यहाँ पे. Okay, I require some more water here. Give it a mix here. यहाँ पे mix करेंगे अच्छे से, like this. So you can see that it is creamy kind of a thing, not thin. Thin नहीं है यहाँ पे paste. It's creamy like. Now what I'm going to do is, मैंने 1 teaspoon यहाँ पे pop लिया था and around 2 teaspoon of water here, and the paste is thick and creamy. It's not thin. Okay. Now according to the colors, whatever color you like, whatever color of shade you want to give it to your work, you can add the color here. Just a minute. Now I'm going to add the color here. So I'm using this purple shade here. I'm going to take out some color here. See the drop. You can even add food color to change the color of your, as per the change of your texture, जो भी color का texture चाहिए, you can even add the food colors also. Now I've added the color here. Now this is the paste which you can see here.
स्मेल आ रही है.
So you can see it's ready. Just mix it very well so that the colors actually mixed up very nicely. Okay, next what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to take the palette here and scrap this from the spoon. Just scrap it from the spoon after giving it a good mix. Okay, keep this aside, keep the spoon aside. This is my mirror work which is there. As you can see here. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, this is my back side of the palette knife. So using the back side, I'm going to take some of the texture here. Just mix it, just put a mix here. Now you can see I have got the texture here in my palette knife. यहाँ पे texture मिल चुका है. Okay, now I'm going to apply it here. ऐसे करके apply करें very well. Need not to worry about the mirrors. Mirrors में apply हो रहा है, but I'm going to wipe it. That is the procedure actually. After pasting the mirrors only we apply the paste and very nicely spread it all over. Very nicely spread it. Spread it in the between the mirrors so that it gives you a texture. very nicely. You need to spread it. And nothing will happen to your mirrors. Mirrors में कुछ भी नहीं होगा. Need not worry about that. Okay. ऐसे करके spread करेंगे. Yes, proportion will be same. Whatever proportion I've used for plaster of Paris today, that will be same for the wall putty and white cement also. Evenly. Don't give it too much thick. ज़्यादा thickness नहीं देना आपको कहीं पे भी. Just spread it evenly. If you use a bigger surface, like this is a coaster, if you use a bigger surface, in that case you need to add more teaspoons of the pop or the white cement, whatever you're using. Clear to everyone? किसी को कोई doubt है? You can just leave your doubts in the chat box. Yes. After the pop is complete, like 90% dried, जब ये 90% dry हो जाता है, then we remove the texture from the mirrors. Mirrors से texture remove करते हैं हम लोग. It will be a clean mirror, completely a clean mirror. जैसा हम लोग stick किए थे वैसा एकदम completely a clean mirror you will get. You can see it takes time, but you need to spread it evenly so that the spaces in between the mirrors in which we are able to see the MDF code, that will be covered completely. If you're making it on tray like think wooden tray and all, in that case we are going to add more pop to that. is the over. Just take the pop and spread it in the leftover part where it is visible. Just spread it evenly. ऐसे करके एक बार लास्ट में सेट करना होगा. You need to set it like this. Just take it from the side parts निकाल लेंगे. And if you think the paint is thick anywhere, जहाँ पे thick दिख रहा है आपको texture, you can just do like this. ऐसे करके आप छोड़ दीजिए. Now after this, I'm going to take up the questions. यदि कोई doubt है, you can just leave in the chat box. I'm going to take up the question, and then when it's 90% right, then I'm going to remove it. Remove this texture. तब हम texture remove करेंगे इससे. Make sure you remove it from the side parts आप remove कर दीजिए यहाँ से. If you have any textures there. Now you can see the part which is visible, जो visible है अभी वो mirrors ही है and nothing else other than that. And you can see we have completed the whole pop here. यहाँ पे हमने pop complete हो चुका है. So it was according to this particular thing. Yes. Now if you have any doubts, you can just leave in the chat box. How much time will it take to dry? So it will take around 8 to 10 minutes to dry. Before that also just touch the paste and you can see that it's dried or not. You can just touch the paint also if it's dried. Like this, it takes around 8 to 10 minutes. Yes, Bhavna, pop consistency was thick. You need to keep the consistency thick in order to give it a texture to your work whenever you make it. Can we add any color powders instead of acrylic paint? Color powders, I didn't got to you. Like the food colors, you can surely add the food colors. But that is actually a powder, not a like a thick, a liquid form. You need to add a liquid form, not a powder kind of a thing. If you're adding a powder kind of a thing also, then you need to add both the things, acrylic also and powder also. Any other doubts? To make this artwork waterproof, what we should do, ma'am Niranjani, for that, after it's completely dried and you completely clean the mirrors, you can use the varnish for that. आप varnish use कर सकते हो इसमें. And again, when you use a varnish, after that you need to clean the mirrors, because यदि varnish का थोड़ा सा part रह जाता, then it will look white in colors. So after that also again you need to wipe it using the damp cloth. You can use a varnish for that. Any other doubts? Guys, if you have any doubts, you can just leave in the chat box. आप chat box में लिख सकते हो अपने doubts को, because I don't want anyone to carry your doubts after the class also. And still, if you have any doubts while you're working it in practically, when you're working, then you can actually drop your questions in the chat box, the group which is created. How to clean the corners of MDF? Like this part, are you talking about this particular part? When it's wet, then in that case you can just scrap it. आप scrap कर सकते हो यहाँ से, you can see.